I hate my job.
I
5,
love mine.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what is up? What is good? What is great? Hello, world. This is a Florida Man podcast, and it's your boy Big Fletch, and I'm back for another episode with some great people. Let's get my shouts out early. Let's go to beautiful Miss G on the beach chilling. What's up, love?
Hey y'all, I miss y'all.
I know.
You too. Next, but not least, not last, but not least, but second on deck, my boy, brother, another mother, crazy man, true Gemini, Kay Dollazz in the building. Say what's up.
Hey, what's going on, world? How's everybody doing today?
Can't complain, my brother. Doing great, doing well. Blessed, black, highly favored. And last but not least, y'all see her with the new background. She's shitting on it with the red lips, multifaceted.
And the DMX.
With the DMX graphic tee goddess, Miss Lisa in the building. What's going on, love?
Nothing. Happy to be here, of course, as always. Ready for the shenanigans.
Always. Everybody had a good weekend, good week. Everybody been good. We missed 1 week, so everybody's all right. Everybody's recovered, recouped, and ready to go.
Yes.
Glad to hear, because we're finna jump right into this. D.RUmar was on the last episode of The Breakfast Club. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world. D.RUmar was on The Breakfast Club, and he came out with the big guns. This time around, he said things like, normally you usually say some of the stuff. Obama didn't do anything for black people. Joe Biden doesn't do anything for black people. Interracial dating is terrible. And he also said,
I didn't hear that part.
Oh yeah, he went in. But he always go, every time he out there, he go in. I love it. This is his 5th time being on the Breakfast Club. Like, it's somebody I do who actually like and enjoy their talking points. And mainly because I get into it first. I fuck with Umar for one particular reason, and then some of the other reasons that's happening to follow. When Umar says there's a war against little black boys from a prison, like a school to prison pipeline, that shit is 100% true.
Okay.
I know this for a fact because I was in this system. I dealt with kids in this system for the most part of my adult life. I signed off on treatment papers that I should not have signed off on. Had no right. I am not a therapist at all. And the therapist will come up to you and say, sign this for this kid. How he was today, good or bad, not what he's going through. How did he act on your unit today? And if I said bad, that would affect his med change and throw kids even farther off. So I know when Umar talks about that, he is talking about the God honest truth. Some of the other things he said I might not like or whatever, but we judge people off some of the real shit they say, not everything. So first off, we going to Gabby. D.RUmar's interview. Yep, big eyes.
Let's go, Queen.
What did you like? What did you dislike about the interview? And I was surprised. I thought he said some good things. And I could have swore you were an Umar hater. Yes, I said it.
I wouldn't consider myself a Umar hater, but I definitely usually roll my eyes at him. So I ain't gonna say I liked or disliked what he said. It just made me more cognizant of things that are not happening. So one of the things that, like, I knew it, but I didn't know it, where he talked about Joe Biden's first day in office, how he signed the anti-Asian bill. And I thought, like, that's right. Like, he could have signed something anti-black the first day, but he didn't. And he talked about marriage being like, marriage is not about love. As much as he supports like the black family and stuff like that, like, he was just really diving into the fact that marriage is a contract. It has nothing to do with love. And I was like, okay, is this just like a mainstream thing? Is this what you think about black people in general, or the human race in general? Or is it like black people got black love? Like, what does he think about that? So I just listened to a lot of the stuff that he talked about, and it was just like, all right, he making sense. When he throwing out his Cash App and Zelle and all that so much, then he kind of started to make a little sense.
Yeah.
He threw out 101 emails though, but this is what gets me about Umar though, right? It's his sense of entitlement. That's what always sets me back. Like when he talked about the school, coming up, the Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey School Academy, and then the Ladies Academy. I support that wholeheartedly, right? Because I've always thought like Jewish people have their own school. Asian people have their own school. Why can't Black people have our own schools? Like that is, I support that. But when he gets to the point where he's like, if these people would volunteer to do this, then I would have this. Like, people ain't got to volunteer their time for your endeavor. And that is selfish. That, to me, that's selfish. Like, I could see if you're like, hey, y'all, I know that's your craft. I know that's your business. I only want Black people, but I'm asking, to give me a little break if you can. I would respect that a little bit more than you feeling like just because I'm Black, just because I have this business, I should come do something for you for free. I think people are more inclined to do something for free if you're not telling them it needs to be done for free. So that's kind of where I get like all worked up about Umar, because he has this sense of entitlement, and I don't like it. But other than that, it was a good episode.
Kay Dollazz, my brother. What do you think about Dr. Umar interview? Likes, dislike? Did he say something that reached out to you?
Well, he's only been saying the majority of the things that I've been saying since the elections with Biden and Trump. Try to tell you niggas years ago that this motherfucker Biden wasn't gonna do shit for Black people, and he still hasn't done it. I've made several Facebook posts about it every damn week. I still say it. I stand on what I've been saying for the longest. Democrats don't give a fuck about us. We do for self-preservation.
Absolutely.
Make sure we taking care of our own people.
Absolutely.
Our own family. Not worry about these politicians or these local politicians either. Fuck them all.
Absolutely.
Do for us. And furthermore, I saw what he was talking about when he was referencing the young tennis player lady.
Osaka. Which they gonna get on that nigga ass, boy. Cause I fuck with Corday. Corday make amazing music. Corday finna drop a non-stripe diss track about talking about this old lady like that. Go ahead though.
Nah, I mean, okay, so she's technically like half Asian and half Haitian.
Ain't no technical about it. Her dad's Haitian, her mom's Japanese. She was born in Osaka.
Yeah. She wants to represent Japan in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't really care who she represents, but I mean, he has some points, but then again, he might have been a little wrong, because I know for a fact that the Asian community loves tennis, like really, really hard. They practice on that a lot often. Just from being over in Asia for a year and a half, and seeing how the culture gets down or whatever, they really own that. But we don't know who, technically indoctrinated her into the tennis game or whatever.
That's a fact. Her dad taught her how to play tennis. Her dad, her mom met her dad in Haiti on some kind of mission work or whatever. That's when they actually got into it, and her dad introduced her to the game of tennis.
I don't know no Zoes who play tennis, but power to them. But overall, I think that the interview was really good from what I seen. Like, I didn't watch a lot of it. I just caught little clips of it. But I respect the king. The brother has been dropping knowledge, and I totally agree with the majority of the things that he says. And hopefully, us as a community can, step away from the politics and people thinking that they're going to save us, because they're not. Nobody's coming from us, Black people. We have to save ourselves.
I do believe in that. I do think we have allies that want to help us, some that try to help us, but we need to do for ourselves. I'm a big minister. The honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been preaching these same things for years. Self-wealth, help building into your own community, those things. So last things he says aren't too far-fetched when it comes to that. Lisa, what you think? Dr. Umar Johnson's Breakfast Club interview. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you listen to it? What did you hate?
I actually like it. And then what's so crazy is right after that, I guess yesterday, or I'm not sure if it was even earlier today, I looked at an interview with Kamala Harris, and she was saying that I don't want to say it in the wrong way.
This is Florida Man podcast. You can say the wrong thing here.
No, I'm saying I want to say verbatim what she said, because she was like, she don't think America is racist. So I was like, OMG, it's even more prevalent what he said when she made that statement, because how in the hell, Black woman, how? There's no way you can tell me you don't think America is racist. Like, you just shitting on everybody that,
came before you.
Absolutely.
Went through
And
anything.
people that have lost their lives from racism, and I mean, how it's still going on right now today, just in a different way, just in the system.
I'm not going to say a different way. The shit, niggas are still being killed in the streets.
It's blatant. In some places,
it's
some places
blatant.
is absolutely blatant. Where I live is blatant racism. Like, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna front. But when I saw that, I was like, God damn, like,
Umar might have been right. So
he was speaking facts. He was speaking facts.
Umar might have been right this whole time.
He was right this whole time.
Once again, he does say crazy things like
that Asian hate shit. Like, you signing a law that was, just brought to you recently, when we have so many civil rights laws still, waiting to be signed, for Black people, and you looking over that and you sign. And you know what? My brother told me, like, he's been around a lot of Asians. Of course, he lived in California. He went to school in California. He said they are just as racist, verbatim. I'm gonna say exactly what he said. They are just as racist against Black people as white people. That's exactly what he said to me. He said, Asian, that triad and all that shit is real. And he said they do not fuck with Black people. Because I was like, damn, it's fucked up what's going on against the Asians, how they are getting, beaten and murder, just hate. They are inciting hate crimes on them. And he was like, as a Black woman, you stay out of that. You don't advocate for that, because I have lived and know that Asians don't really fuck with Black people. And then for Kamala Harris to say some shit like that, like America is not racist, I was like, wow, like, and it came right on time. It came right on time. So I do not take for now. I do not take D.RUmar for.
I actually come on the heels of Tim Scott saying the same thing. North Carolina, what is the congressman? South Carolina congressman Tim Scott literally came out a couple weeks ago and said the same thing. Racism doesn't exist. So
he has went on the national covers and told people in South Carolina how he had been profiled by the police and pulled over and questioned just being Black in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I don't believe that shit at all.
No. So why are they saying? Question is, why are these people saying that they know? Do you think are they saying it's politics? Are they saying it to calm people down? Are they trying to say it just to make it seem like it's not as bad? What are they saying it for? If y'all had to guess, why are people that have seen some type of racism saying no, it doesn't exist in these times right now?
I can't really speak on that part, but I will tell you that it's politics as usual when it comes to the president and all. See, Joe Biden has never said that he wanted to run for another 4 years. I think his plan is to move out of that seat because he's the older guy. Kamala Harris is going to jump in there. We're sending a lot of aid to India right now, and Kamala Harris just happens to be half Indian. And a lot of things that people don't understand about that is when COVID hit over there, they're dying by like the thousands.
Absolutely.
It's real bad over there for them right now.
We're providing it aid, and also there is a lot of communication between China and Russia and India. They're trying to merge together, and America is trying to stop that. So Kamala Harris is the perfect person to just segue right into that presidency, and then she already has an alignment because she's part Indian.
Absolutely.
So, I don't want people to ever think that it's just a normal for all these
Nah,
they know what the fuck is going on.
In the words of the great Sean Carter, government, fuck government, we politic ourselves, and I think that's
absolutely. And I just wanted to say I agree with what Kay was saying. Like, we create our own generational wealth. We show our kids a loophole through the system. I tell my kids all the time, education is how you maneuver through the system. You creating your own business and creating generational wealth for your people is how you beat the system. You know, get your education, absolutely. So on paper, you can maneuver through the system at any given time. You can appeal to the white people because that you got your education. That's what they're looking at. Did you study for this? Did you go to school for this? After that, you create your own generational wealth by creating businesses and making sure at the end of the day, your people don't have to work for nobody.
Gotcha.
So I agree with Kay. Absolutely.
I think it's made me like look harder at independent politicians running for office, right? Shameless plug. So I don't know if y'all listen to Politics After President on the Gift of Gab, but my guest was just breaking down how basically as Black people, we are expected to vote Democratic, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to our culture as Black people, and I quote that because I know Black people, we love to make sure people know we are not monolithic, true, but we do share a lot of commonalities when it comes to certain things. But we would align more as Republicans. Our beliefs would align more as Republican. But the problem is with career politicians, they play that political game, right? What's hot right now? What's the thing that you have to agree or disagree with right now? Because I feel the same way you feel, Lisa, about Kamala. On one hand, you're saying stand up against this inherently racist system when it comes to police brutality, but you're saying America that was built on that same system is not inherently racist. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. It doesn't really make sense. But listening to Umar, and then this last presidential election just really made me want to see the third party person because I listened to like Bernie Sanders a lot. Like I felt like if more people would have rallied behind Bernie Sanders, even though I wasn't like, oh, hey, y'all vote for Bernie Sanders, because you just know in America, like it's going to be Democratic or Republican. Even though I think moving forward, I think it's a chance that we will be able to have somebody in the White House that is not, because a lot of those baby boomers and stuff are dying out. But, I looked at Bernie Sanders and how Bernie has always been championing the Black fight. So I would be convinced that on day one, Bernie would have signed a Black bill.
Absolutely.
Also why you don't make it. I'm gonna go a little deeper. It's amazing in America, in today's America, and I'm not trying to go too deep. I don't mess with certain people. I don't mess with. I don't talk about the Jews on this show, and I don't talk about the LGBTQ community. But it's amazing. LGBTQ plus all the possibilities. I don't talk bad about them. But it's amazing how we can have 5 different bathrooms in certain states. We have a men's, a woman's, a transgender, a neutral, or what you call it. We have it's certain places in certain states that have added more bathrooms just to accommodate all the different ladders.
Right.
We only have 2 political parties, Democrat and Republican. That's amazing. We have all the choices in the world with everything else in America right now. You can order 30 types of different. You can order 30 types of different coffees. But it's only 2 political parties.
We have more political parties. We only highlight
the one we only highlight.
Because we got Green Party, Libertarian Party.
And they don't
we got multiple ones.
And they don't get nothing. It's always going to be them. Like you're right. It's always going to be no matter what. It's going to be Democrat versus Republican. And if you straddle those lines on the outside of like Democrat slash what was Bernie?
A progressive Democrat.
Yeah, progressive. Nah,
but then
they ain't rocking with that. They ain't even rocking with that, bitch. You're going to be on this side of the line, this side. This is how we rock it. All right. First question we're going to right now was actually not even questions. Steve Harvey. Shouts out to Steve Harvey. Also, my book.
I didn't see Harvey. It.
My book, Fuck Steve Harvey, is still on the way, everybody. Steve Harvey came out in an interview and said, and I'm trying to get Steve right, too, was exactly what he said. He said he does not have female friends, that females cannot have guy friends and guys cannot have real female friends because it's always going to be something there. That guys are trying to find a way to sneak their way in. So we going right here to the top, Kay Dollazz, to the bottom. Can guys have female friends?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have several female friends.
Would you smash your female friends?
No.
I need to fix another drink.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'll tell
Let
you
me
why.
not make no faces
Why.
because they'll be mean to me again. So
I will tell you exactly why I would never smash my female friends because I know everything about their ass.
That'll
This
mean
and that.
That's sometimes that make it more
Motherfucker.
intriguing.
you smash
No.
nasty. We smash nasty women all the time.
No,
So what do you mean? You
no.
just know.
This
You
is-
just know their history.
This is
Gabby,
me.
I'll make the face.
These are my morals. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna sway me in this right here. All of my female friends are disgusting. I don't want anything to do with them.
Oh
on
my
a sexual
God.
level.
What do you
on a-
define as
on a-
disgusting?
How many female friends do you have? Would you say you have? A random question.
Probably about 10.
10 female friends. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Lisa.
And all of them.
Oh,
I-
nice. So no, you said you are telling me that a male can have female friends. Lisa, can a female have male friends, and can a male have female friends without there being something there?
Yes. I have a male friend.
Hey, so you only have one male friend.
I have one male friend.
Gotcha. Is
that-
there
I
a
mean,
reason
I
why
have
you only
male-
have one?
I have male associates that
But
you know,
is there a reason why you only have one male friend?
I have one male friend that hasn't tried to smash me.
So that means all your other associates who you thought were friends have tried to smash you.
Tried to smash me.
That's all it sounds like. Even though you said yes, you said no.
Yes.
So you said you have
But
one,
so
but all the rest of them have tried to smash you at
so
one
from
time.
my experience, that's my experience. That
So
may
that's no.
not be
So actually
everybody
your answer
else's.
is no.
So
Your answer is no.
actually, my answer is no. A lot of guys have tried to be my friend or became my friend, you know, with that hidden
Intentions of
agenda,
Okay.
you know. And then I do have one male friend that has never ever tried to like pursue me in no kind of way. And I've got naked in front of him, got dressed in front of
Oh,
him.
he's gay. Okay, he's gay.
He's not gay at all.
Oh, you got
he got girlfriends and all. He's been
I mean,
around.
Gabby face. What?
No,
He
your
date
face.
women and everything. He date women and everything. But me and him, like, we've been so cool for so long.
You have gotten naked in front of him.
Yeah, like gotten dressed. I've taken off clothes in front of him, like, and gotten
Hey,
dressed.
have
and
any of your
everything.
female friends ever got naked in front of you?
No.
Hell yeah, that's a girl thing.
Kay
Oh,
said
you
no.
said Kay. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I
no,
thought
I'm
you
not
said
asking Gabby. I'm pretty sure y'all get naked in front of each other all the time.
I mean, if they did, then I'm tripping on it. All right, that.
See,
Yeah.
look, yeah, same thing. He don't trip on it.
Yeah.
Like, I
Can
think
a
he might
male-
think I'm disgusting. Like Kay think his girlfriends are disgusting. He might think I'm
But
disgusting.
see, we have a relationship where they tell me all their secrets.
Right, and I
vice versa.
tell him all of my stuff that's going on with dudes and X, Y, and Z, so he knows. Even with bitches, like he's the guy when I was saying on social media, like you should always have a guy that reminds you, because a lot of times, I ain't gonna say a lot of times. Sometimes we think our shit don't stink, but it's a guy that's gonna remind you, like, bitch, yeah, you might be a little. So I have a friend
Might
like
be a
that.
little what? It might be a little
You
what?
might be a little bitch. You ain't all that. You think
Oh,
you
he
all
gay.
that? Let me check you. Let me give you a reality check.
Oh, he
as
gay.
a,
So
he's not gay though. Like
gay
he
undercover friend.
has women. He actually has women.
I know.
I mean,
I know gay guys with women.
Absolutely. Kevin Samuel
I had
one.
to take my homegirl. Today. I had to take my homegirl today. She got down at the job. She bringing this bitch that looked like Brian Urlacher up there. Fucking job, and I'm like, yo, why you even fucking with this? This bitch look like Gal from Street Fighter. This like 6 foot tall bodybuilder ass chick, and she was like, I don't do studs. I was like,
Oh, so you know. So your female
But she's
friends
a
are
gay girl, so that's
So
different.
your female
Y'all
friends
like
are gay.
pussy together. Y'all bond over pussy. That's easy.
See, that's not the same. Let me say, this is what we got to get it. We got to break this down. It's deeper than what y'all think.
Yes, y'all bond
Your
over
female
pussy.
friends are gay. That don't count. That
Yes.
don't count.
We're
Your
talking
female friends
about
are gay?
straight. We talking about straight people, okay?
They gotta be
I mean,
straight.
she's gay. She's gay, but I mean,
Obviously, obviously she dated a street
Y'all
fighter.
bond
but I still had to let her
be-
know. I still had to put her on notice, like, hey, like we fuck with bad bitches over here. Like, I don't know what the fuck. This
That's
is
different, Kay.
right here.
You have straight female friends that are your female friends.
like bad bitches,
Like bad bitches.
that, yeah.
Okay. And if they try to get some coochie, you won't take it.
No.
Okay. I don't like the way you said it. You didn't say
But
I don't
okay.
think you said that with enough. You didn't say that with enough heart, Kay.
He was like, no.
Homegirl.
Like, it looked like in the back of his mind, he like, yeah.
No, his voice got light as hell. No.
My homegirl,
Gee.
my homegirl Tyree is a bad bitch, like straight up.
Yeah.
Like she's probably like.
Did she friends on you?
No, she ain't friends on me. I friends on her.
Okay.
Put out the big dick energy. Whoa, what I'm talking about my dog. Let her know.
Okay,
Big
I like
dog.
it. I like it.
All right, you friends on her. All right, then.
Friends on these
So if
bitches.
she tried to give you that pussy, you wouldn't take it.
No,
Yeah.
nigga.
Okay.
I don't
G.
want-
Do you have male, female friends?
Do I have male, female friends?
Oh, no, I'm tripping. I'm still thinking about K, homegirl. My bad. I'm thinking about K,
His
K,
girlfriend.
homie girlfriend. Homie girlfriend. Can a female have male friends or vice versa, Gabby? And then not be stuff in there.
I think so. I mean, I think the MIA producer is a prime
Right.
example for me.
Right.
We've known each other since we were 2.
Right.
So,
That's different too. Knowing somebody that long ago.
but that's still a
yeah. I'm not knocking you.
platonic friendship. I mean, outside of him,
No.
I would say I used to believe that, and I ain't gonna say I used to. I still believe it. It's just in recent years
You still believe what? What you still
that females and males can be platonic friends.
Gotcha.
But I have since, like, I don't know if it's because I gained weight or something, but like,
Ass got fat.
yeah, like
Yeah.
my dude
The
friend
thighs got a little
kind of
thump in
like,
them.
wait a minute.
In the words of Lisa, that thing start thinking.
That thing
Yeah.
start thinking. You feel me? That thing start thinking. Yeah.
That brand new.
What happened to us just being friends?
Right.
I don't
You're
know.
right.
That
But
shit
you know,
is
listen,
a
once you
milf.
feel that, like, once you feel that, like, oh, now you trying to move to
You
a
trying
different
to,
area,
yeah.
and you like, now I can't even treat you the same. Now I can't get
Right.
undressed around you.
I mean, I can though. Like, I know how to disconnect. Like, I don't know if that may be an Aquarius thing. I know how to detach. Like, I know, like, nigga, you
But
might
once you
want to
detach-
fuck me,
Once you
but
detach, that's no longer your friend though. Like that's
It's-
not your
no,
that's not your friend.
I
That's
mean,
your
well, we can still be cool. Like, it's not awkward. That's what
not
I
your
mean.
Friend.
But
I'm
he's
cool with
still
a lot
my
of people.
friend. Like, but it's still not
Yeah.
awkward for me.
But you
Some-
can't
cool with
treat
a lot
them
of
the
people.
same.
Sometimes niggas be trying to check the temperature in the room. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see, like ain't mean no disrespect, no harm or whatever.
Right,
like,
right.
But if that's your true friend, you wouldn't even check the temperature.
Yeah, you don't even
Right.
check the temperature.
In my case, I have 2 female friends. Shouts out to Tasha out to Carla. My only 2 female friends. And once again, I'm on record by saying they baddies. They both can get it. I don't want to give it to them, but they both can get
Right.
it. So I
But
do
you-
understand it. Huh?
You just said they both can get it.
Oh, they both can get it. And once again, this is why I don't drink hard liquor around them, because I have tried probably both of them on wild drunk nights. So maybe I'm not the one to ask.
Right.
But you can have it, but it depends on the situation.
Right.
Like, for real. Some niggas don't want to be your friend. I get on females about this all the time. When I tell females I don't want to be your friend, when females try to hit me with you my friend, no, I'm not. I have 2 female friends. I'm always saying,
I know what I'm doing,
you
Najee.
are not one. I know what I'm after you for. I know what I'm talking to you for. Anybody else can get it. If you ain't talked to one of my homeboys or whatever, you can get it, bitch. Ain't no female friends. That's
So
it.
can I call you my friend?
Gabby, you can get it. I don't want to give it to you. I have told y'all that y'all fine.
You're my friend.
Yeah, I can't talk to you because I'm trying to talk to too many people around you, Gabby. That's why I can never talk to you. I've talked to too many of your other
I feel like it'll always be awkward. None of us could ever do this kind of intertwine.
we are too far with this right now.
Because then we got to come back and do this.
Yeah,
And if you
but
got me in my feelings,
once
we
again, I'm
can't
not
do
gonna turn
this.
around and say y'all like, look at I don't look at her like that. No, y'all fine. I've dealt with beautiful women. I have beautiful.
What we gonna ignore that y'all are attractive or something?
No.
I just wanted to know if I was Fletch friend.
Yeah, but no. Yes, but no. No, yes, but no. I can't hunt you.
Hey, am I your friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. So I feel like it's a thin line. Steve is right about some things. Like men
Yes,
love
he is
telling women. I know a lot of
absolutely
niggas
right.
try to play that long game. That's just my friend to try to sneak their way into some coochie. Niggas is out here doing that shit for sure.
Yes.
And ladies, if you ever want to know if he your friend, try him and see what he do. Try him, and that shit'll change your whole little fucking mind.
Right.
Giving out way too much game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've never tried my friend, but I feel like getting naked in front of them is like a, you know,
That's a trial.
Listen,
it's
I
kind
don't
of like a try. It's like
I don't know him. But
some
I'm
people
assuming
can
he's
make
gay.
that move. Some people can be like, "Damn, she getting naked in front of me. She must want me." My friend's like,
he likes
bitch,
penis. Yeah,
"Bitch, put your little toddler titties up," you know?
Because he like man schlong.
No, but he date girls. He date girl. I like.
We know gay people that date girls. It's okay.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
I
But I
think sometimes
he never gave me down low. He never gave me down low vibes. Like I got gay friends. I got gay friends that done been with bitches, but they know, like, bitch, at the end of the day, I'm a gay guy. He has never been one of those dudes. He's always been.
He just ain't fall out the closet yet.
Oh, okay.
Arguments. Anyway, we for the man podcast. We said no and yes or maybe.
Possibly.
Probably. It could happen, but we don't.
It's a real gray area, man.
It's a gray area.
Absolutely a gray area.
Either you all the way friends or you not. Period.
Yes. And even then, sometimes you still can get it.
Yeah, I'm my friends, so don't be trying to hunch on me, okay?
How much time?
I'm my friend, so don't be trying to hunch on me, okay?
Lisa, I am not your friend.
Oh, okay.
Based on those equations, I am not your friend.
DM me after this video.
Yo, y'all hunching. I tell y'all stop bumping coochies behind scenes.
What was the
question, Kay?
Gabby, you don't send me no memes this time, man.
But look. How long does it take for a friendship to blossom? Because technically, I don't even know y'all that well to even be considered.
Facts.
Right, that is true. That is true.
I feel like we can have a professional, friendship or a professional bond. Like we can bond on some.
Even that's kind. I hear what you said. You're totally right. But even that, we all know coworkers that fuck. So even that,
I've never fucked a coworker. Like I do not need you.
Gavin made a let you do it. You doing it with.
I do not need you waiting on me to walk in the building and clock in. Like I will not fuck.
Good question. Here we go. Have you ever fucked a coworker? Gabby, I like your eye. Gee, have you ever fucked a coworker?
That's a new me.
That's a new me. Yeah. All right.
Or shout out to Orange County Courthouse.
Woo woo. Yo, Kay Dollazz, have you ever fucked a coworker?
Fletch with the segue. This is a segue.
That's what I do, y'all. Listen, we all talk about things we do, but we gonna get this work. I'm gonna make this train roll. Kay, have you ever hunted a coworker? It ain't that hard to think about, Kay.
Yeah, because he must have did it.
You just put.
Trying to think of which one he should tell us.
Give me a time frame though.
Nigga, have you ever
time frame? Did you or didn't you?
The time frame is ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've ain't want nobody to know about it though.
Oh, that's good.
Okay,
I do feel the same way.
Text us her name later.
Yes, right now.
In my previous job,
drop it in the text.
But I didn't want nobody to know.
How many?
I said she's dead.
No, Fletch. Oh, she dead. Fletch said, how many of them? 4?
2. No, 2. 2 coworkers.
That's a lot. I've never fucked a coworker. Ever.
It ain't that bad. Depending on how many people at your job. If your job got
I've never had sex with anybody at a job that I worked at.
Really?
Ever.
And I say that was just at my last. I punched every job I've been to. Somebody got hunched. Like we don't.
No, I don't like to mix. That's too close to like my livelihood. Like I'm too crazy for that. I'm telling you. Like you got me fucked up, bitch. I'll come slam you wherever you work at. Like, I do not like to indulge. I've had people try to talk to me at work, but I always say,
and they told you they wanted to be your friends, didn't it? See, that's
that fuck shit. Up.
That's that fuck
Actually, you know what, Fletch? The friend that I'm talking about, we met through work. Like, you might be on to something.
Hey, you know what? Now that I think about it, the last time I tried to hunch one of my coworkers, it was a very, very awkward experience for me.
See, look,
it's like
look at you.
Want to fuck. Like my dick didn't want it. Like I had the opportunity. She came through the spot.
It was in the mind. It was a mind thing.
I didn't want to fuck her.
Nah, I don't think the pussy was all of that. I just
No.
think that
Well,
it
there's no
just
such thing as good
chemistry
pussy.
was
So,
all out. Like
all right.
she was just maybe it was me, but my dick was just like, nah, player, you good. Like
I
nah,
keep saying
that's
that.
what it was.
'Cause
But
it's
I mean, I've had
unexciting.
some spectacular experiences with women that had no correlation to my job or anything or whatever. But just one chick in particular, and she was fine too. She was a baddie. But my dick was like, nah, yeah,
She
gotta
ain't
take a little
tough.
something. Maybe I probably try to pop a little pill or something, you know what I'm saying, to get myself together, and my dick was still like, nah.
No,
See, that was God. That's God
that's
intervening
God.
right there.
Whenever,
Yes,
yeah.
that's absolutely divine
Whenever pussy has
divine
fell in my lap,
intervention.
whenever pussy has fell in my lap and I didn't take it, I feel like it was God telling me don't get it.
Yep.
But if it's been right there and I just didn't go for it, that was God.
Always go with that divine presence.
I mean, that whole had an
Maybe-
STD. That whole had an
Maybe she
STD.
was
She know I
rubbing on my
wasn't
nipple.
God know I'm not gonna wear no rubber. And that hoe had an STD.
Oh, you nasty, dirty, filthy dog.
Maybe if she would have rubbed on my nipples, I probably would have got some of
Yeah,
that
it got
pussy.
hard. That mute would have jumped up on her. That's yeah, what you trying to say, Lisa? This is your segment / time right now, because you brought this up, and I want to get your opinion on. I guess that lets everybody else. The TV show Them. Has anybody seen the TV show Them? Nope.
No, I still haven't watched it.
But
of course,
you brought an amazing point why you wouldn't watch it, and I totally agree.
Yep.
One. Let me say, I don't fuck with scary movies anyway. So if I did watch it, it had to be the daytime.
And I love scary movies, but that's just.
Why let the audience know why you said you wouldn't be watching it and you didn't want to watch it?
So, of course, as shown on social media, well, as everybody was speaking about it, and of course on the show, Black people capitalizing off Black trauma. Like I said, how many times can we see the same story over and over and over, just played in a different way?
Comedy.
Yeah, in a different genre, absolutely. And the thing is with that, you can tell when they don't take it serious. Us, if you look at us is listed as a comedy. That ain't nothing funny about us. If you look it up, it's listed as a comedy.
Gotcha.
And
you're talking about the what's our movie Us? Jordan
the movie Us. So the same as Them, like
yes, very.
The same as Them. I do not feel like Black people should be capitalizing off our trauma, because it makes Hollywood and just white people in general insensitive to it. Like it doesn't make them take what we are going through serious, especially when we're still going through it right now. Yeah. So that's what makes me don't want to watch it. Like I don't want to see my trauma and despair, and then when I click on CNN or click on social media, it's a Black man getting murdered still by the police. Yeah. It's a Black girl still getting murdered by the police. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not appealing to me. And I don't watch a lot of Black movies. Yeah. Just based off our trauma.
If you don't know, the TV show is about a family that moves from like the South to Compton, California, at a time where Compton was all white. They're the first Black family in Compton, and it really is about the trauma that they run from that follows them. The shit has a dope meaning, a dope message, and I'm a history guy. They talk about redlining and property taxes and how they got Black people, how our great grandmas or grandmas still paying for houses they've been in forever. You know what I'm saying? So it touches on a lot of those things, and every ghost or spirit has a meaning. But from the first scene where the white one, I don't care if I'm telling it, spoiling it. Go watch it if you want to. If you don't want me to spoil it, fast forward. The first scene that I watched was an old white lady coming to take a little Black boy from her mother. I turned TV. I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. Like she's outside acting crazy outside this Black woman's house.
And the thing about it is a Black person produced that.
And wrote it. Yeah. So
Go watch Rosewood. Go watch Rosewood. I remember watching Rosewood as a little kid.
That's the last thing I've ever watched.
That's enough horror for me. That's enough horror for me.
That's enough horror for me, Daddy. After Rosewood, I was through.
Like I think it's still like I said this on another episode. I think it's still important for us to be able to tell our own stories. Like I have learned a lot about some Black people who were slaves who, you know, did some triumphant things, like people who invented stuff that got stuff taken. So I still think it, you know, we should be telling those stories. But I agree wholeheartedly, Lisa. Like, there's another one coming out where this Black couple moves to a neighborhood and they realize that they live next door to a cop who shot an unarmed Black person.
Lakeview Terrace. Like, that's just like Lakeview Terrace.
Didn't this just happen for real? Like, and y'all gonna make us relive it in a movie?
Yeah.
So
Now they're taking
real life trauma, real life. Yeah.
The Black police brutality. Now they're making those into movies. That's all.
But y'all see, they didn't watch Nate Turner movie.
Oh no,
yes.
They killed Nate.
Yes.
They killed Nate for both his movies. He had to whitewash. I didn't watch the second one because I knew it was gonna happen. They killed him so much for Birth of a Nation.
Didn't something like that happen to the dude that played Nat Turner, like in real life?
Oh no, Nat was revolution. Nat Turner was a revolutionary that broke away and went back and killed the slaves.
Right, but
I'm thinking about Nate Robinson. Ain't that his name?
Nate Parker.
Nate Parker.
If something happened to him in reference to Black people, in the racial injustice, him had something to do with a white girl.
No, the thing is that when his movie came out, they brought back those old rape allegations he had from college. They wanted to step on. They wanted to step
on. With the white girl, right?
Yeah, it was a white girl.
Okay, perfect. Yep, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking about.
They tried to step on that movie, and they did. They didn't try to step on. They killed that movie. That movie was amazing. Yep. I went to that movie. It was 3 people in the movie theater, and one scene, a white man got up and walked out, and the Black people cheered.
I know y'all, Kay and Fletch, y'all still got to comment on that, but I wanted to ask a question after y'all done with that. Like, one thing that Lisa said was like, when they keep making movies about our Black trauma, you know, that makes white people and other races insensitive to it, and they label it a comedy. Right. Do y'all feel that same way with the use of the N-word? Do y'all feel like,
this is getting very tricky for me? Because I was one of those guys who said, "Oh, we turned this to a word. We made this a word to represent the us. We made it seem that's my brother, that's my kinfolk."
Right, like a term of endearment to us.
A term of endearment to us. But once again, I've been following a lot of listen, I can't be a Muslim because I love white women and pork. But listen,
my Lord, help me. I need another drink.
D.RUmar Muhammad came out and he did a speech recently where he was saying, we're the only race that does that. You don't see Arab saying, "What's up, my raghead?" You don't see Mexican saying, "What's up, my spick?" Or Jew saying, "What up, my kite?" You know what I'm saying? You don't hear that with no one. Why is us? Why? You got to think about it. That's something in us that makes us want to make that a good thing. That after a while we got to realize it ain't good. So I'm really different to that because I say nigga a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I say it a lot. Yes. But I normally use it in the right context. I try my best to say it talking about an ignorant motherfucker instead of one of my homeboys. But still, it's still a terrible term, probably the worst term ever. You know, nigga is bad when you got to call it something else. N-word. You know what I'm saying? You know how bad a word is. You got to call it something else. So we should know it's a tricky subject. For me, it's a tricky subject I'm battling with right now as we speak.
Lisa Kay.
So I do not say the N-word that much. To where I feel like I should be filtering how much I say it. I get it. I honestly do get it. And I get where you're saying, Gabby, because now, you know, it's kind of like we get so offended when other people say it, but we're constantly using it, you know, as a term of endearment to each other. Or, I mean, sometimes we use it in a negative way. I mean, that's really the most when I use it, like in a negative way. So I get it. That's all a part of probably what I'm saying in general too, like us, you know, just going through that vicious cycle. Like maybe at times we're still creating, you know, our own problems with that because we're not taking certain things as serious as they should.
Yeah. Right. It goes back to what you said.
Yeah.
So for me, throughout my life, I never used the N-word up until maybe when I was like 25. Even through high school.
What do you mean? Like you never
even through high, like I've never until I was like about 25. That's when I started using the N-word. Before then, I never would. And the reason being is because like I don't know, like the N-word wasn't really all that popping like that when I was in high school anyway or whatever. Like we had a lot. Our slang was our slang was kind of all over the place or whatever. So I mean, we whatever, I was never really that type of person to even like go that route or whatever. But when I joined the military, I was around the majority of white people all the time, and I didn't want those people to think that I was on some ignorant shit. So I just never used it. I never felt comfortable with them hearing me say it and making them feel comfortable that they could say it. And like 18 to all the way up to I was like 25 when I got around some real niggas. It was, and that's when I started like using it or whatever. But I mean, other than that, man, like so my experiences is different with it or whatever. I don't have to say nigga to get my point across. But I just feel like for other people using it, man, I've seen some people that had no business saying the N-word said. Like I'm talking about like Asian motherfuckers.
Post a video of that.
Yeah, I literally posted a video of a fight in Miami where a nigga was said 55 times. It wasn't a black person fight.
See, this is a thing though, man. Like they like our culture so much, man. It's contagious,
Right.
bro. So they're gonna see what we're doing and think it's cool or whatever, And I mean, and we know that shit, man. We know that we are the heartbeat of America, and without our culture pushing forward, then there would be no fucking culture. I mean, we talking about like goddamn. Yeah, we talking about the influence of an entire world basically versus people who created hot dogs and hamburgers. Like it's
a different thing.
Yeah.
So I think like I'm in the same place with you, Fletch. I've been here actually for a few years. Until I'm about 90% of my vocabulary has removed the N-word. Because what really got me, I'm gonna tell you, like I saw a black father on Facebook one day, like, oh, this my little nigga right here. And I was like, to me, that was the equivalent of me having a daughter saying, look at my little bitch. This little like, to me, that was the
Gabby. You better say it.
Gabby, it's women that do that. That's sad. But it's women.
But not as much as you hear a black man saying, this my little nigga right here. That bothered me to my core because I got a lot of black cousins, black nephews, and I cannot take saying to them, like, you don't say that. Like, I don't, it makes my skin crawl because I feel like that's like something we put in them and say, it's okay. This is okay for somebody to say this.
Not trying to cut you off. Remember Antoine Fisher? That stuck out to me too for Antoine Fisher. When she was like, it was 3 boys in the house, and then stepmom, foster mom. She was like nigga. She never called him by their real name. Would just say nigga. And he said, we could tell. She said it so much, we knew who she was talking about by how she said it. That's crazy.
It just makes me cringe because as we're trying to change the narrative, we control that narrative.
Absolutely.
I know it's never going to be taken out of music. I understand that. But just I think that at some point we got to let that word go because we're raising a new generation of kids to think it's okay. And these millennials, they have no boundaries. So I hear little white boys when I'm walking by rapping a song saying the N-word because they feel like, oh, it's in a song. And I have to remember, you can't backhand the shit out of that little white boy. You can't do that. But I be wanting to because it's like, you're not supposed to say that.
Exactly.
You just try to whitewash it because it's in a song. So I cringe at it. Like I really started looking at it like I would not look at one of my little female cousins and be like, what's up, little hoe? So I'm never gonna be like that.
You're 100% right.
Never
women do it and people do it, and you're right. That doesn't make it right, but people do it. And that's a crazy thing. It's a crazy world that we live in, man. Yeah. So I say a lot of things around my son that I now look back, like when I say it, if I say shit in front of my son, I look and like fuck. that don't make it no better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I talk shit in front of my kid. If you hear the way they talk to me, I talk shit to them.
Nah, listen, but I say shit and I hear
I
Grace.
don't call them out their name, but
Right.
yeah.
It's
I
one
talk
thing
on
to just be a parent and talk shit, to have conversational shit
Yes.
talking moments. It's
Yes.
another thing to be talking at
Yes.
a person and calling them out of their name. I just feel like, why my mama gave me a name if you gonna call me nigga the whole time?
Right.
Okay,
All right. First Florida question of the episode. Shouts out to this is actually anonymous. This didn't even come from nobody.
Not me.
Not this just came up. Who is this?
Anon.
Maybe one of y'all did say this. I don't know. I don't normally put names by it. If there is one thing, y'all take credit for it if y'all want to. If you could change one thing about the state of Florida, the great state of Florida, if you could change one thing, what would it be? Jeopardy music in the background.
Oh, I would change the fact that marijuana is not legal on a recreational level.
Gabby,
Not
2
yet.
snaps and a twirl
Not
for
yet.
you,
It's
girl.
coming. Oh, that shit is coming. Believe that shit is definitely coming.
It should be.
It's definitely coming.
Steady trying to tap in the cannabis world. I'm trying to go to cannabis.
That's a hard
Oh,
game.
they made it even harder.
Yeah, and they're gonna make it even harder.
Yeah.
Kay Dollazz, Lisa. If you could change one thing about Florida, what would it be?
The mosquitoes.
Hey,
The South Bay ones.
Did
to
you
be
just say this
exact.
to
The
Lisa?
South Bay one.
The South Bay mosquitoes, to be exact. Them bitches is down there running a coat. Them bitches bite you and they burn and sting. And
That's something different. It's a
I'm
bright.
talking about, oh my God.
And then they just released the genetic, the ones that they made.
What, a couple, how many was it? Anybody know? What was it? A couple
Wasn't it like-
100,000, 20,000?
Like 100,000?
Yes.
Yeah, genetically, what y'all keep
They
out
issued a state of emergency.
Like we already ain't got a bunch of them. Then you gonna make some fake ones to put out there. Like,
Not
Yeah,
to sound all woke and hella political, but I would honestly change the blatant racism in Florida. It's blatant.
Now, let's see. That goes back to the last question we had one time. Was is Florida a racist state? Yeah, it is.
It absolutely is.
It depends on where, though, right? Y'all think it still depends on where?
And where I am is blatant. It's blatant racism. It's blatant. Like, they do not hide it. And I just would change that. Like, who the fuck made you so comfortable, for you to even, display it in that way? That's what I would change about Florida. Other than that, we in the closest state in paradise.
Florida is the greatest state in the world.
It's the closest state in paradise. It's lit. You can do whatever you want to do. I know so many people grow weed in their backyard. You don't gotta change them laws. You just gotta knock on the right door right here in Royal Palm Village.
I seen a bitch with a what's the home at the moonshine shit in their backyard one day.
Listen, I'm telling you, all you gotta do is knock on the right door in Royal Palm Village, and you got a whole this.
If I could change anything about the state of Florida, I would make it 2 states. I would make the United States of North Florida and United States of South Florida.
I like South Florida is lit. Everything else I found.
That's it. Right around Orlando. I chopped that bitch down.
Right around. I agree. I agree so much, Fletch.
Yes, and I would change certain shit like the fruit of Florida is an orange and South Florida be a mango.
Hey,
State animals like an alligator. I change that bitch to an iguana in South Florida.
Yes, for the iguana.
Yeah, I would change all kind of shit. Our flag will have all the baby flags on there. All the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans,
Absolutely, we gotta have Haitians.
Yo, I would switch it up. And once again, let me say this, because I stayed in South. I probably stayed, if you break it down, I probably might have stayed in North Florida more than I stayed in South Florida, because when I left, I stayed up there until about 4 years ago before I came back. Like the day after I graduated, I went to North Florida and stayed in Tallahassee until 3-4 years ago. So I love North Florida for certain things.
The calm, the relaxed, that's what I like it for.
Yeah, it's real chill. It's real chill. Ain't so fast paced. It's a calm, but I would split it up because North Florida, South Florida, and if you really want to dive into it, Central Florida, that's 3 different states, bro.
Yes,
the way people chill, the way people do things, the way people act. Even though Florida is one bit crazy, we got to really break down how the crazy is divided.
Yeah.
So if I could change anything, I would break up Florida into multiple states.
I like to tell people that ask me about Florida that Florida is a melting pot on top of a melting pot.
Yeah,
I agree.
there's
Yeah.
a little bit of everything.
The New York City and Florida correlation is like amazing. Even when I stayed in New York City, it's like so many people have ties to South Florida, and I feel like it's because it's the same. It's a melting pot. It's so many different races and cultures and people and just
one spot.
yeah. So
All right.
yeah.
Second question actually comes from yours truly, Kay Dollazz. My boy said, what is one thing you had to learn the hard way? What is one thing? Well, would you like to ask a question? Go ahead, ask it better. Was that it? Did I say it right? Did I say your question right?
That is it. It's one
What
thing
is-
that you.
So you answer it first, Kay.
What is one
Alright.
thing you had to learn the hard way?
Telling motherfuckers no,
Mm,
and it being okay.
that's a word right there.
That's a
That's a
sermon.
Not,
That's a sermon right
not,
there.
be,
Yes.
not being afraid to tell a motherfucker no. That shit is.
Mm,
I'm not fucking doing it.
mm.
No,
That
you
might
no,
be
you,
the best one right there, Kay.
no, you cannot fuck me. No.
Time
No,
out.
I will not. No, I will
wasn't
not.
ready.
No, I will not delay in sexual congress with you. No, I'm going home.
Depends on who
Home
it
to my
is.
kids.
Miss G, one thing you have had to learn the hard way throughout life, living. What is one thing you had to learn the hard way? The woman come back.
And not everybody black at your job roots for you.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
In life,
Especially
I'm gonna
black
add to
women.
that. In life, G.
Especially black women. It's
Yeah,
sad to say that.
everybody in life, everybody black in the
Yeah.
world ain't so every skin folk ain't skin. What is it? Skin folk ain't skin folk.
Yeah, all
that.
kinfolk ain't you, or was it all skinfolk and you kinfolk?
Yep.
But I think it was just like I think maybe I was just like naive because I was like, okay, life, I expect that.
You
Yeah.
didn't want to believe that.
Yeah.
And that's
You
probably
didn't
what
wanna
it was
believe that
because
is.
I just felt like in life, in general, everyday life, like I get it. You know, we all got our own selfish things we're looking out for. But in a place where we are again the minority again, you would think we would have others back, but no, I learned the hard way. Not all black people got your back.
Yeah.
Can I caveat on that, please? Can
Hold
I
on,
say
get
something?
Lisa. Got to get everybody else first and go back to it. Lisa, one thing you had to learn the hard way.
So what I had to learn the hard way was just making it on my own, and in all honesty, just people really don't give a fuck unless it's really beneficial to them, So I had to learn that on my own, just how to really like make it as a woman, because it's hard just when you had everything kind of handed to you, your people have really
The people
pushed,
well off.
you know what I'm saying? And they have kind of provided that or gave you that leverage all the time. And then when you get to a certain age where it's not like, bitch, I'm not helping you. Like, you got to figure it out on your own. You have to become an adult or make it on your own, just to provide for the people you brought into the world. So just as a woman, just making it on my own and thriving, and I had to, that was one of the hardest things I had to learn. Yeah.
Hands down for me, it would be, and I'm glad you asked this question, very dope question. Everybody that you fit in their life might not necessarily fit in your life. Meaning, like somebody can be perfect for you, but you're not perfect for them, or vice versa. You could be perfect for that person. You ain't that. Like every puzzle piece don't fit together. Just because they're right don't mean you are. And that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way so many times. And that go from friendships, relationships,
I have a
family
question
members.
behind that.
Okay. Go ahead.
So that brings up rejection. How old were you guys when you started to accept it? Because a lot of times in a younger age, rejection like beat you up. It made you insecure. Well, for me, it did. How old or when did you guys realize like, oh, okay, rejection is just like whoever is aligned with my purpose? Like, I accept this. I know that this person is not
Yeah.
aligned with who I am or where I'm going.
I still ain't get it. Cause that shit still sucks for me. And that goes for every level, not just relationship, people, friends, like rejection of because I don't fuck with a lot of people. So the few people I deem to bring into my circle, if the shit go bad some way, it ain't talking about rejection, just no. But as in the overall shit doesn't work. Yeah, the shit does not work. And some type of way you cross me the wrong way, you do something foul, that shit sucks. That shit hurts me terribly. Cause I'm such a guarded person. And I don't bring people in. So if I do, and then that shit get kicked back in my face, I feel fucked up. So many people I done did things for that I know would have did it for me. But when it hit you that, damn, you can't do this for me, not even, I don't ask you shit, but I know you wouldn't do shit for me, that shit sucks, bro. The words I learned all my quotes, my favorite quotes come from songs and music. That be Drake, what Drake said in the One Tyler song, I'm ashamed to tell my homeboys the shit I do for you because I know you'd never do it for me. That's a motherfucking bar. That's a motherfucking bar.
I think for me, it was being okay with rejecting people because I've always been a person that's like, I don't care what you do, who you are, as long as you treat me good, I'll treat you good. But then there are some people that you just truly don't need in your life. And I've never wanted to be one of those people who felt like, oh, I'm closing the door on somebody, or, I'm not giving them, but I had to learn how to reject people and say, no, I appreciate you, you cool, but you don't align with me. And it's okay for you to not align with where I'm headed. So I think the harder part was me learning how to reject people. And I'm still there. I'm still there. I'm still there.
I feel you. Okay.
For me, it's I've been a failure my whole fucking life. So
that's not rejection though. Like you got as rejection?
Yeah, failure. Yeah, that's it. I lined up with rejection. Yeah, the not achieving the goals that you set out for, not being ready when it was time for you to live in that moment or whatever.
So is that in time frame or just so you didn't get there when you wanted to, or just in general you never got there?
I needed to be there because the opportunity presented itself for me to be there, and I wasn't ready.
Okay.
And that wasn't your opportunity, my boy.
Right.
And it was because I was the honest truth, because I was being lazy, or I let outside things distract me from what it was that I needed to achieve. And once I realized that, tomorrow ain't promised, and I gotta make sure that I stay ready, and to, try to like fulfill some shit. A lot of times, it don't matter what you fucking do. You can be ready, prepared. You can be in practice this shit 1,000 fucking times. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
It's not for you. Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree.
And we can never be truly prepared. I'm gonna take a cue from Fletch here. Seinfeld on Wale's song was talking about how you can try to prepare for marriage, but it's something foreign, it's something new. So you can never truly be prepared for something
the need to know
experience. Yeah, like so.
So then he compared it to a roller coaster.
Then he compared it to a roller coaster. You don't know. I'm a firm believer, Kay, in when it's your time, it's your opportunity, you will be ready. You will be aligned. Like that's just I think, I don't care who you believe in, God, universe, or whatever. I believe in God. So if God says, okay, boom, I want to showcase this moment right here, it's like he trying to get your attention. Like, you lazy right now, but understand this moment gonna come around again.
Right.
So
that's what I
agree with that. But I also totally agree. Sometimes this shit ain't just for you. That shit ain't on over. That shit ain't supposed that shit ain't supposed to be you. Okay, let's go back to like I said, that puzzle piece. Just because you perfect for somebody or something don't mean it's perfect for you. Yeah. So sometimes it ain't even worth the shit. You get that shit. Sometimes you ask for shit, you get that shit and be like, damn, why the fuck I asked for this shit?
Right.
Yeah.
You're definitely not a failure though. I mean,
no, it's just
no.
The nigga might be. I gotta be saying nigga. The nigga might be a failure.
My achievements outweigh my failure.
That's some real shit. That G
Absolutely.
shit. That's real. That's real. That's some real shit. Put that on the shirt. Florida man merchandise right there. That's going on the shirt, bitch.
Yes. And
So all right, last couple topics we got. Anybody want to talk about how y'all feel about the DJ Khaled album? Anybody heard the DJ Khaled album?
Only
No.
you. I haven't heard it. Only you.
The shit, I like it. I enjoy the album. It's grown man contemporary rap. But he put a lot on there for a lot of other people. Like regardless if we like listen to the little niggas or not. Lil Baby and goddamn Dirt. Them boy got a song on that. Them niggas the future. Them niggas the future of rap. Like for real. Them niggas are talented as hell. Of course the Jay-Z and Nas song. I don't know why people acting like this is the first time. They got like 5 or 6 songs together. But this is a very dope song. I thought you would love this, nigga. Nas say he the crypto currency Scarface nigga.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I recanted my statement. Like, right. You know what? Honestly, when I listened to the song, I heard Nas part, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was doing like 3 or 4 things at once. And then when I heard Jay, and then I had to go back and like, let me listen to this shit. I was like, oh, Nas killed this nigga Jay on this song. Fuck that.
He got a Nas verse is dope. I don't think it's a better verse than Jay, and that's just me being I'm a whole.
We know.
I'm a whole venture anyway, but then Nas verse is more sonically pleasing. Like the wordplay and the patterns on it are ridiculous. That's his flow is godly. That's God's son, master writer. But overall, there's 2 black men talking about wealth outside of wealth. Generational wealth, that type of shit. Like if somebody say Jay-Z, every new Jay-Z verse say generational wealth, my wife Beyonce, and something else. Nigga, that's what else should I be talking about now?
That is saturation. That is black man.
Yeah, he is telling you to prepare yourself.
Yeah, and 50 plus, I do not want to hear Jay talking about all this. I love the Blueprint, but if Jay was still rapping like the Blueprint, I would be upset at 50 plus, nigga. So yeah, but overall, I like the album. A lot of people say they didn't like it. Music is subjective. Opinionated.
Like Khaled for a second, man, because I'm tired of this shit.
What?
We was just
So
talking
do
about.
okay, so that brings the question. Do you guys think DJ Khaled is a culture vulture?
Yes.
I saw that.
I was just about to say yes.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
In a game,
Times, yes.
let me say, well, I was going to speak piece. In a game that is surrounded by niggas that are culture vultures, and where white men sign niggas to terrible contracts and rape artists.
Diddy and Birdman do too.
Can I finish, please? For in a game like this, for a Arabic whatever he is to come up from the bottoms as a DJ at 99 jams here at Florida nigga at 99 jams and become one of the biggest artists that don't rap. That shit's amazing, bro. Nah, that nigga got a culture vulture. That nigga shows you if you got it to make it, you gotta have a DJ Khaled arrogance, annoyance. You gotta bother people.
He's very annoying.
Yo, that nigga say I had to beg Jay-Z for 10 years to get a verse. This nigga is walking around begging some of the biggest artists in the game to do features, not paying them, not promising them things, not signing them to bullshit contracts. That shit's culture vulture. Nah, not Khaled. There's a lot of motherfuckers in the game, but that ain't one of them.
Nigga, whatever. We don't, nigga, fuck all that. Well, fuck out. Listen, Khaled been a coach. Okay. All right. Anytime y'all are comfortable talking about white people can't say the N-word, but comfortable with an Arab saying the N-word, there's something fucking wrong with your design.
First of all, I just told you I'm not comfortable with anybody saying it. So
I'm not talking about you.
I'm talking about okay. I can't help with other motherfuckers. This ain't the other Florida nigga podcast. Y'all got me saying nigga, they make me bad. Only K get me like this. Yeah, only K get me like this.
Only K defend. No, listen. You cannot.
I'm not defending anybody. I'm telling you how I feel.
You just defended him.
I thought he's not a culture vulture. What the hell is Lisa over there? Lisa, get your ass up on the floor. Lisa on the floor.
Lisa, what are you doing?
Lisa is fixing her
Anyway.
My baby went in my office and closed the door. I'm sorry. I was trying to fix me a drink and she came in and closed the door.
Let me say this about DJ Khaled. First of all, DJ Khaled is an Arabic male, okay? He's not of the culture. He's indoctrinated by the
culture. No, once again, you got to understand the difference between culture, race. What's called you? Once again, we have
the culture of hip hop.
Exactly. So
so you mean to tell me there were no other black DJs in Miami that deserved the fucking shot to work at 99 Jam?
They didn't work hard as Khaled worked. If they didn't work hard as Khaled worked, no.
Come on, man.
So you only gonna get how far you work. how bad you were, how bad.
First of all, let me say what I gotta say. I'll let you have your 2 minutes. Let me get
You asked me a
mine.
question. I answered it.
George Bush don't like black people.
I was saying I was talking to everybody. I was talking to the audience.
You
I
asked
wasn't
me a
talking to
question.
you
I
specifically,
answered.
but you feel like I am.
You asked me a question. I answered. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, moving past what you're talking about. He is a culture vulture. He's always been a culture vulture. And he's back in the 90s, he was saying nigga, and nobody ever checked him about that shit. Nobody ever checked him about that shit. And that's not okay. If we're gonna police up everybody else, we need to start policing up his ass too. Like in all seriousness, he is a problem in the black community. And I don't want to hear nothing about that opportunity shit, because he done jerked a lot of niggas around. Yes, he ain't paid a lot of niggas what he owed them. Niggas been doing features on his tracks and ain't getting paid, ain't got paid shit, and the song went platinum.
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Yeah, okay, you know your stats about Khaled or whatever. Okay, yeah, you give Khaled a pass or whatever. You know all your stats about him, right?
Yeah, you're wrong.
So he paid. So he ain't no Birdman or Diddy.
No.
Okay.
So even then,
he paid T-Pain.
Huh? Yeah, and yes, and Ace Hood, and yes, these niggas are.
That's not what T-Pain says.
T-Pain on the Drake champ. T-Pain is on the Drake champ saying no, that the disagreement that him and Khaled had was about something totally different. That T-Pain was upset because Ace Hood did the Bugatti video and they used his Bugatti. and then Future dissed T-Pain later on, and then when even Future was his brother.
Well,
you know I love this shit.
DJ Khaled didn't pay him or got him in a fucked up 360 deal or some shit.
That nigga was never signed. T-Pain was never signed to DJ Khaled. So don't make
no, I said Ace Hood.
Oh, but Ace Hood says no. Ace Hood biggest problem is that DJ Khaled left him.
Right. Okay.
And that's what it was. That DJ Khaled did not bring him up. And at the end of the day, that goes back to what you feel like you are owed. Once again, that's a question we can ask real quick.
Just gonna defend his favorite artist every fucking time. I say you're gonna defend your favorite artist every time. They can be dead ass.
Not my favorite artist at all. By no means, I just defend right and wrong. The
person that you like.
I don't necessarily like Khaled like that, home. But I'm just telling you what's right and wrong.
So you don't think he's a culture vulture?
No, not at all.
So okay,
saying the N-word does not make you. Saying the N-word makes you a culture vulture. No, that sounds dumb to me.
No, we're saying like you are bringing Black artists to the forefront to promote your soundtracks or your mixtapes or your albums, knowing you're not Black. Do you think he for the people?
No, I think he's for DJ Khaled.
Okay. And that's what people were saying. What they were saying was they didn't necessarily say he was a culture vulture, but they were saying that he is not bringing new and up and coming AR to the forefront and showing that he can make good music or make talent. He is getting chart topping artists that have already topped the charts and bringing them and making albums in their track.
I would ask you, do you guys know how the music industry works? Like it's about selling records. Like,
that's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, which one is it? Like, do you think that
it's apples to oranges? I'm here to sell records. I'm here to make the best music possible. I'm sorry if No Name
should be promoting the upcoming artists, or should he just be pushing the top
you
charters?
You should make the best music you can. You should make the most money from the best music to get back. Because once again, if you know how music works, like I just said about the DJ Khaled album, every song on it is a sample. That means he had to pay to get the sample clear. That means you have to make or recoup your money back. So you can't just put Joe Blow from Fort Lauderdale on the record when you got Lil Baby to sell it. The same thing just literally happened with who just did the Come and Put This Pussy on Me, Lil Baby song. I don't know if y'all seen this on the Shade Room. Everybody was
they was mad about Megan being on there, right?
And why were they mad for Megan being on there? Because the little girl who from Atlanta who rapped a verse over the beat, who everybody said, oh, she should be on the song.
I think she dope though, but I feel like that's the thing. Like put the people on.
That's not how labels make money.
Use your platform to put the people on.
The label.
I don't know the music industry like y'all, and I know that, like, for instance, Life Jennings songs. I don't know if y'all remember Life Jennings songs with Fantasia. It was not originally with Fantasia. Like, so they got to put out, at least from my understanding. they gotta attach the person to the songs that are gonna sell the most records. They don't care. And when it comes to Khaled, like I get what you and Kay are saying as far as like, yeah, or Kay, outside of the N word, like I don't see him as a culture vulture. Like I just don't get that from him. As a native Miamian, I see him as a part of the culture in the sense of he was around a lot of Black people, so he enjoys a lot of what we consider Black things. But me personally, I have never seen where I feel like DJ Khaled benefited off of something that is truly Black and did not pay homage to where he got it from. I've never seen it.
That's to pick back off it. I'm gonna leave the subject alone. Did anybody know who Ace Hood was before DJ Khaled? And we from Florida. No,
absolutely not.
I've never seen him prior.
But that's the only AR he's done though?
The AR work, well, he tried to get the job.
Is that the only new artist he brought to the forefront?
He's not. Once again, he's not an A&R. He actually tried to get the president job at Universal, not Atlantic. Where he tried to get it? At Arista. Okay. He tried to get the president job. They should have gave it to him. If anybody could have made a label pop, and it was Khaled, they should have gave it to him.
I love Khaled.
Diddy not messed over more Black people than Khaled has.
And see, Diddy not, and even Diddy, no, nobody. I'm just telling you how the music business works, and you as a businessman, you should know this. So the fact that you don't know this bothers me. Same thing with Diddy. Diddy didn't fuck over niggas on contract. Diddy used the same contracts that everybody else at the time was using. The contracts in the music industry have been fucked up for years. These are young Black men who came in the game knowing only what they were taught from white men who had been fucking over niggas in the industry. I'm sorry, it happened. It's a fucked up situation, but it is what it is. It take the newer niggas, the newer guys, the top dogs, the newer and the QCs, the Ps. Them niggas are reshaping contracts.
Gucci.
Gucci.
And
Gucci wasn't even signing niggas because he knew shit was.
Don't you ever forget it.
Yeah. There we go. They take the newer generation, those guys after the 2000s that switched up contracts. But contracts been fucked up since fucking Ray Charles. And the same contracts have been in place for years. So if a Black dude came, a CEO came in and he signed niggas to a contract that was the industry standard, it is what it is. That's business. And as a nigga who has signed 2 fucked up record contracts, it is what it is, bitch. It is what it is.
I just want to take a moment to say, tell me you from the South without telling me you from the South. Joe Blow. Say, Joe Blow. That Joe Blow took me out.
Joe
Blow. I was about to answer the question. I was going to be like, I can pick my own sugar cane.
that Joe Blow took me. I was like, oh, this man, he's serious because he not got in his Southern talk. Go get Joe Blow. Yeah, man. I'm serious about this music shit. I feel you.
Love the game. Last thoughts before we get up out of here. Miss Lisa, last words, anything you'd like to say?
I would like to say rest in peace to the young lady that lost her life at Brown Sugar.
Oh, that's crazy.
Absolutely. Very tragic. From what I'm reading, she was, striving to be great. She was had graduated from nursing school, and just the videos and things I saw, at the Brown Sugar Festival. By all means, we love where we from. Don't get me wrong, we love the hood. We do. We love to participate in those things that bring us together in our neighborhoods. But that's the double-edged sword we get, she lost her life tragically out there. So I just want to say rest in peace to the young lady that lost her life. I do not know her, but I just wanted to acknowledge that. Mm-hmm. Those are my last words. That's it.
Also, rest in peace to Shock G from Digital Underground.
Shock G, Black Rob, of course. Yeah. Yes. Of course, DMX. Rest in peace.
Still DMX. The memorial service was fire.
Yes.
That was a fitting homegoing for DMX. So, Kay Dollazz, last words, anything you'd like to say, sir?
Shout out to the Florida Man Podcast fan.
Absolutely. You better speak on it.
We're putting in a lot of work with that. I hope y'all enjoy the content that we post on there on a regular basis. Shout out to the Florida Man Podcast Instagram page. Florida Man Podcast merch coming soon.
A Florida Man Podcast, and it's what is it on Facebook? A Florida Man Podcast.
A Florida Man Podcast, of course.
I just want to say, you know, there should be an outrage in the communities that we're from for Black on Black violence.
Yes.
A lot of these killings recently, like the one killing in Pahokee where 3 men shot this 20-year-old
in front of his mother.
Damn, I didn't know it was like that.
You know, we'll fucking rally for, you know, somebody getting shot by the police, but we won't rally in our own communities about Black on Black violence. And I don't think that's the right thing at all. There's a lot of people that I know died from the hands of another Black man in our own community, and that shit still don't sit right with me to this day. So if we're gonna police up those bad police officers, we need to police up ourselves as well.
Absolutely. And get out and advocate for our community.
It shouldn't be a reason why a little girl got shot at Brown Sugar. I thought it was out of love. I thought it was for the community. Why niggas bring their beef to the streets and some in a public setting?
Absolutely.
Like, first of all, like if you got beef with somebody, let me tell you something in the muck. If you got beef with somebody, stay your ass at home, bro. Don't bring your ass out there, man. Why the fuck? Why would you even come up out there, bro? To start shit like that. You got people's families out there, people's kids out there. Everybody's trying to get home to see their loved ones at the end of the night. It's disrespectful, man. And I hope whoever's doing all this violent shit or whatever, I hope they get locked up forever. That's all I gotta say.
Wise words. I think next episode I would love to piggyback on. I mean, me and you had a conversation on the term Black on Black crime.
Yes.
You had that term, so we're gonna have definitely add that to the next.
And you guys piggyback on how in no other culture has a white on white crime, an Asian on Asian crime. There's no such thing.
There's no such thing. We're gonna say that from this episode. Yes. G, last words, please.
As much as we love the hood don't love us back.
Absolutely.
That's number one. Number two, streets ain't the same. There used to be, like, there was a code where, I think in the 90s it changed, but like back in the day, there was a code. Families, kids, stuff like that was off limits.
No beefing on
Sunday. That was off limits. So ain't no code no more.
What I want to say about that is the guy, that's what I was saying, like, you already know he's a kid that got murdered in front of his mother in Pahokee. You know he's a kid. You know, of course, you know, he may have knowledge of the streets and how to maneuver, but you know, as a man that's been in the streets, send him home. He don't belong up here. He just finished school, even if it's been over more than 5 years. He just been in school. You guys teach that little, I'm out here, I'm doing my thing type of shit. And then as soon as a nigga lose his life to the same streets you introduced him to, then you want to make sob ass stories and tweets and posts on social media when it all could have been prevented, when you could have told him, take your ass home, dude.
Same for you.
Get you a job.
Really?
Go to fucking school. Start you a business. Any fucking thing, but sit up here on this block.
Realest advice I ever got was from that boy Black Mike, BSG Black Mike, sitting in the Mark mansion, and literally with his tech on the pill. That boy looked over me and said, "Fletch, this ain't that life." And that nigga Black Mike had it all. And for him to look at the people in college, my freshman year of college, Black Mike looked at me and said, "Fletch, this ain't that life."
And from a female that I done watch them niggas get killed on the load around. I done been in the club. I done been in 21 where they shooting and I'm under a motherfucking table in 21. One night they got a freak fest in there. I'm in the room with Trick Dad and all these butt naked hoes tied to a string together. I'm high because they shooting in 21. Stop it. That ain't the life you chose. That's just not the life you chose. Stop being a follower. Be a leader. It's okay. It's okay to be a grown-ass man. It's okay to go get you a job. It's okay to start you a business.
I hope we continue this conversation because I would love to dive in deeper to say that.
Next episode, we do it.
Yeah, because I definitely gotta be able to dive into the
We
fact
dropped
that
2 episodes this weekend. If this week y'all like to, I dropped this Tuesday. We drop
Absolutely.
one Friday.
I'm free. I don't block my schedules on Sundays because I'm like, we need to have a set day. So yeah.
So once again, wise words from the Florida Man Podcast. Everybody, thank you for coming out. G, love you. Lisa, love you. K, love you. No matter what, my nigga. Yo, this is the Florida Man Podcast, and this is, let me get it together now. Get it together.
Is you ready?
God's favorite podcast. This is the world's favorite podcast. This is Florida's favorite podcast. This is baby mama's favorite podcast, and baby daddy's favorite podcast, and the kids. This is a Florida Man Podcast. Thank y'all for vibing with us. Goodbye, y'all.